We must see the High Priest.
I'm sorry, I can't disturb him. He has guests. Important guests.
Do as you're told. And quickly. Don't worry. It's not you they're after.
Yes.
Good Pesach, Rabbi.
And to you.
I have someone here I think you'd like to see.
Who is he?
He's one of Jesus' disciples. We spotted him coming into the city.
He was alone?
Yes.
What is your name?
Tell him.
Judas. Speak up! Judas Iscariot, Rabbi.
Bring him in. You say he is not in the city?
No.
Then he is outside the city.
I don't know.
He is making his way into the city, is he not? His destination, Judas, you must know that.
I don't.
Why do you refuse to tell us?
Because I love him.
You also have your duty as a Jew.
He feels he has his duty.
What he feels is dividing the Jewish people at a time when it is desperately important that they act in unity. That has to be stopped, Judas.
It's painful to betray what you love.
Do you think that a God-fearing Jew, be it you or any other, should lie to his spiritual leaders? Would Jesus lie?
No.
Then do as he would.
What will you do to him?
That must be for us to decide.
If his destiny is to be betrayed by one of his own, it's right it should fall upon me. I've already committed that sin in my mind. Even today he was trying to tell me. And now I understand. My only concern is not to protect myself, but him until the Seder is over. It is what he wants. And I have the power to do it by striking a bargain with you.
A bargain? Is that really what it comes down to? I assure you, you will be rewarded for your services.
I don't want any reward.
So?
I can't tell you where he is because I truly don't know yet. But someone is waiting to take me to him. And if you detain me any longer, that person will go and I'll have no way of finding him. And if you release me but insist on having me followed, I shall refuse to go. And nothing you can do will force me. That much free will I still have.
You're free to go.
I'll come back in a few hours and lead you to him.
Can we trust him? I think we can.
Whatever you may think of me, I trust you to see I'm not followed.
Traitors, trust.
Trouble?
No, just crowns.
You're the last one. Why did you insist on coming to Jerusalem tonight?
Since I was first taken to the synagogue. And since the days when I was a child and helped my mother carry water from the well in Nazareth. It was in me to be here tonight. Every man has a destiny. There's no denying it. You have a destiny, Peter. It will sweep you along like the tide sweeps the sand.
And if your enemies succeed in destroying you?
Alive, I am but a voice for the few. In death, I shall be the light for many.
Do you want to die then?
No. No, Peter. With all my heart, I do not want to die. But unless a grain of wheat falls to the earth and dies, it remains alone. But only if it dies will it bear fruit.
I think you have all you need.
Thank you, Jacob. And thank your wife. I know she must be worried, so please tell her I shall be leaving as soon as the Seder is over.
Where will you go?
Better for you not to know.
Good Pesach to you, Rabbi.
And to you, Jacob.
Good Pesach to you all.
Shalom. From you, there will be no secrets. Tonight, above all other nights. Where have I gone to pray these last days?
Gethsemane.
Now you know where I will go from here. And then you will see me no more.
What are you saying? But, Rabbi, I don't understand.
I'm coming back to you. In a little while, the world will see me no longer, but you will see me. Because I live, you too will live. And then you will see that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. The man who receives my commands and obeys them loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him.
Mark! Mark!
Yes, Father?
Good boy. Good boy. Shouldn't be there.
I like being with you. Is it wrong?
No.
Can I be a disciple?
Knowing my secrets makes you one already, doesn't it? Run along now.
Master,
Yes, Thomas.
have we not always gone where you have gone?
Always. But where I go tonight, you cannot follow.
It's hard to accept.
Thomas, isn't it enough I tell you what you should know already?
Why? I will follow you now, anywhere, to prison.
Yes, so does me.
Peter, Peter. Before this night is over, you will deny me not once, but 3 times as the cock crows.
Deny you? Take me. I will give my life for you. So will I.
So will I. So will I. We all will.
Stop it!
Do you want the whole of Jerusalem to hear us?
Should be careful.
Yes.
Shall we start the Seder? It will be our last together.
Baruch.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר של יום טוב. אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו, מלך העולם, שהחיינו, וקיימנו, הגיענו לזמן הזה. אמן.
Blessed art thou, eternal our God, King of the universe, who created the fruit of the earth. This is the bread of affliction, which our forefathers ate in the land of Egypt. Isaac, don't you wonder why this night is different from all other nights?
Yes, Grandfather.
So why don't you ask?
Why is this night different from all other nights?
Slaves we were unto Pharaoh in the land of Egypt. On all other nights, we may eat either leavened bread or unleavened bread. This night, we may eat only unleavened, because our people ate it as they followed Moses, who made our tribes a holy nation, beloved by God.
It is called the bread of affliction. And why? Because our people left Egypt in such haste that the women had no time to leaven the bread.
And we eat bitter herbs to remind us that our people's bondage in Egypt was bitter.
And we eat lamb, in the body of which no bone has been broken, because it symbolizes Israel, whole and undivided.
I long for the day when I can leave this sandbox of a country. I can't imagine why I find it so fascinating.
There's an atmosphere. The gods of an ancient people, the prophets of Israel. You almost expect to see one of them coming around the corner. Did you know that at their Passover ritual, the Jews always save an empty place for the prophet Elijah? He's the one who prophesied the coming of the Messiah. They mean that. They believe it. It's a very literal religion.
Are you implying we don't believe, Tullius?
No, I'm afraid we don't, my dear lady. No fashionable Roman seriously worships the gods anymore.
Oh, if you've conquered the world, and we have, you don't need the gods.
We need them even more. How many countries have we conquered in the name of our gods? How many people have we slaughtered in the name of our gods? How many slaves?
All right, Claudia, you've made your point. How many of their synagogues have been destroyed by how many conquerors?
And according to Jesus of Nazareth, the temple in Jerusalem is about to be leveled to the ground. That prediction hasn't made him very popular with his fellow Jews.
It doesn't do any good to destroy their temples. It's in their heads.
You can't cut off that many heads, can you, dear?
Someone's going to try to, sooner or later. By the gods, they're stubborn people.
Excellency.
the high priest Caiaphas. Jesus of Nazareth is in the city. One of his disciples will deliver him to us tonight.
A traitor?
And why should the Jews be immune to treachery any more than we are?
How many men should I detail? A dozen?
Oh, 10 should be enough.
That was merely matching numbers. Jesus has a dozen.
-1.
Hear me now. I wanted to spend this Passover with you because it will be my last. I will not eat of bread until the prophecy of Elijah is fulfilled. And the kingdom of God is here. Eat this. This is my body, which will be sacrificed for your sake. Drink this. For this is my blood, which is shed for you, so that you may be saved. From this moment on, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until I have suffered, and the kingdom of heaven has come. Thomas, do it as my memorial.
But it's only bread and wine.
This is a new covenant, a bond between us that will last forever. When you receive this, you are receiving me. Listen to me and understand what I say now, so that the prophecies may be fulfilled. I tell you that one who eats bread with me will lift up his heel against me. I tell you this before it happens, so that when it happens, you may know that I am he. One of you will betray me.
Betray?
Who is it?
It is one of you 12. He knows.
Name him.
Master? Is it me?
You have said it.
It's not enough. I need to hear it from you. You are like no man I've ever known. That's why I thought in the beginning you were the Messiah. The Messiah come to free us from Roman domination. I no longer believe this. I don't believe that Roman domination means anything to you at all. But if it did, and you were truly the Messiah, you would sweep them from our land.
When the time comes, you will do what you have to do.
It's so quiet up there.
Do you think they've gone?
Not yet.
Oh, Jacob, I wish they would.
You think of me as your master and lord. And you think well, for so I am. Now, if I, your lord, wash your feet, should you not wash each other's feet? By my example, should you not do for each other what I have done for you? I'm speaking to you of love. And that is my new commandment to you. Love one another as I have loved you. In that way, all people for all time will know my disciples by their love for one another.
You're leaving us, and yet there's still time for us to get away together.
We could go to Bethany or Ephraim.
No. I will not go to Bethany or Ephraim. I did not come here tonight to return to Galilee. Understand, all of you. The prophecy must be fulfilled. Do what you have to do. Quickly.
What shall I do with this? It's not mine. Give it to the poor.
Where's he going? Didn't you hear? To give alms to the poor.
I am the way. I am the truth. And I am life. In my Father's house there are many mansions. I'm about to go there for the very purpose of preparing a place for you.
Yes?
I want to speak to the high priest. I was here earlier. He is expecting me.
I'm sorry, I can't disturb him now. He's celebrating Passover.
He'll want to talk to me.
Wait here.
Did you find him?
Yes.
Where is he?
At the house of Jacob the merchant.
Aaron! We must hurry. Our Seder is almost over. Perhaps theirs is too. Go to the temple. Tell the guards we are ready. I'll send word to Pilate that the time has come.
Look, Father, I'd rather not be involved.
You are involved, like the rest of us, like it or not.
They're going to arrest Jesus.
How do you know?
That man who was here earlier. He's come back to tell the rabbi where they could find him.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving Jerusalem, going home.
You can't. I need you when we question him. You'll be able to tell us if he speaks the truth.
I couldn't do that. I've told you where you can find him. That's all I'm going to do. I just don't want to face him.
You have nothing to be ashamed of.
You still don't understand. I loved him. I probably still do. I'm only doing this because it's dangerous for all of us to let him go on this way.
I'm sorry, Judas. But you must be with us.
Good night, Rabbi.
Judas. Stop him!
You didn't have to do that.
Don't provoke them. There's nothing you can do. As you will.
Pilot? Why don't you come to bed?
Because I'm not tired. Come in.
A messenger has come from Caiaphas. They found Jesus.
Good.
Be sure that it is technically the Jews who make the arrest, and that he is sent to the high priest's house. He must not be brought here.
I understand, sir. And if there's resistance, what do you order then?
You have my permission to kill as many Jews as you think necessary. Keep me informed.
Of course.
Attention! Quick march!
Oh, who goes there? Messenger for King Herod.
Is he blind that he can't see it's the middle of the night?
Your Majesty, he insists that his orders were to report to you personally.
No matter the time. There's no respect in the city, no respect in Judea. No man in Galilee would dare disturb me at this hour.
No, sir.
Not only is there no respect, but the air is foul, the streets are choked with people.
Yes, quite right, Majesty.
There are beggars everywhere, flies in the marketplace. Well, what is it?
My orders are to report immediately any unusual happenings in Jerusalem during the week of Passover, particularly where they concern the Romans.
Pilate? What's he up to in the middle of the night that makes it important to wake me?
He was visited this afternoon by the high priest.
Are you sure?
Yes, Your Majesty.
I find it hard to believe that the high priest would soil himself by entering the house of a Gentile.
He was in the courtyard, Your Majesty. I saw him go in and I waited for him to come out. Just a little while ago, the centurion, Abinadab, marched out with a platoon of Roman soldiers.
And?
I overheard their conversation. They were on their way to the house of the high priest.
It's amazing, isn't it? Perhaps we shall see the day when Jews and Gentiles will be scrubbing each other's backs in the public baths. What else did you overhear?
They were going to arrest the one known as Jesus of Nazareth.
So, the Nazarene has finally forced their hand just as the Baptist forced mine. Go and report back all you see and hear. I would take it all back now if I could. I dream and dream. But I tell you, I would rather have the Baptist standing in the Jordan River shouting his insanities to the world than lying in my memory as he does. I had his head, you know. The head of John the Baptist on a silver platter. And there was dancing and drinking. Salome. Salome. It's amazing, isn't it? What a man will do for a woman.
What's this? Money.
For what?
30 pieces of silver.
Do you think I've done this for money?
Judas, you don't know the prophecies? Zechariah predicted that the shepherd should be handed over for 30 pieces of silver.
Keep it.
Jesus is living by the prophecies. I intend to follow his example.
30 pieces of silver. That may have been a lot of money in Zechariah's day, but now it's a pittance, the price of a slave.
Give it to the synagogue.
It's blood money.
Give it to the potter who keeps that land for a free cemetery and buy some poor person a grave.
No, Judas. It's yours. take them to him?
You'll have to drag me.
Drag him. You will lead them to him, and you will point him out. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Bring him.
My orders are to accompany your men, not to interfere in the arrest. Only if there's resistance, might I take action.
Aaron?
Yes, Father.
I want you to go with them.
But you know how I feel.
Go with them.
Which house? Move!
Where is he? Why have you broken into my house in the middle of the night?
Where have they gone?
I told you. I don't know.
Where is Jesus of Nazareth? We know he was here.
Aaron, what are you doing here?
My father sent me.
Was he ashamed to come himself? We've looked upstairs. The Nazarene's not in the house.
If you'll just tell us where he is, you'll save us all a lot of trouble.
I don't know. That's the truth.
I told you this would happen.
You know,
Tell us where they went, Judas. We don't want to be at this all night.
Perhaps he went back to Galilee.
In the middle of the night?
Perhaps he went to Bethany or Ephraim. Gethsemane.
The hill with the olive press. Douse your torches.
I know where to sleep.
Then hurry, Mark.